Hello and welcome back to another reading vlog. So I haven't done a reading vlog in a while because I know, as I mentioned in a couple videos ago, I had one that I'd done so much footage on and then I just kind of didn't work out. So first of all, I'm sorry for the way my voice sounds. I am kind of on the tail end of a cold. I think I sound worse than I feel, so hopefully it's not too terrible, but I'm feeling a lot better today, but it's definitely still coming through in my voice a little bit. Not cute, but here we are. So I had planned at the beginning of June to do a book of the month reading vlog because I was so excited about the picks that I had, and it's my birthday month, so I got a free book, and I ended up with 4 picks, but my book got lost in the mail, my box, I mean. So I got it yesterday. Today's currently the 21st, so I got it on the 20th. I ordered it on May 30th, and so that was a kind of a bummer because I was really excited about all of these books and wanted to do a reading vlog, and this actually wasn't even my original box that got here. The company shipped me a new one because it had been clearly lost because it hadn't updated since May 31st when it shipped or whatever. So that was great. They have really good customer service. I always am happy when something I need help with, book of the month tends to really come through for their customers. But I'm still gonna do this reading vlog anyways, even though this month is almost over. I think I can knock out these books in the next week. Let's go with that. None of the June books felt like they were gonna blow me away, but it's my birthday month, so I needed to get my free add-on. So I picked the one that I wanted to read the most out of all of those, and I picked The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. This has gotten such good reviews now from people that have read it since my box came in late. That's been definitely one benefit. I've been able to see what other people thought of it. So as far as I know, this is almost like a Willy Wonka type moment about a woman who is a teacher's aide and she loves reading, and there's a book series that she loved as a child, and the author has written one last book, but there's some sort of competition to be able to go compete for a copy, something like that. It sounds really cute. I mean, I don't know if Willy Wonka is exactly the right description, but I do love that book and movie, so I'm excited about this one. The next one is The Whispers by Ashley Audrain. I have been so excited ever since I heard that she was coming out with another book. Her previous book, The Push, is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. It's just so good. I really should reread it, but I'm so excited to read this one. It's about a suburban family, rich people problems, where the neighborhood gathers for a barbecue and the hostess has a big meltdown with her oldest son, and then he falls out the window and I guess hits his head, and just kind of the neighborhood's reactions and was it an accident, all that kind of stuff. So I love that kind of book. I'm very excited to read this, especially knowing how much I've enjoyed her writing in the past. I cannot wait. Next, I have already started reading The 5-Star Weekend by Ellen Hilderbrand. I didn't even really know what this is about because with her books, I don't really need to know. I just am I'm gonna love this because they're all just kind of Nantucket drama, just the kind of stuff I get sucked into. So this one so far is following a woman who's kind of a cooking blogger, and she's just kind of made a name for herself doing recipes, and she's kind of become a celebrity. And her husband dies, and she realizes she kind of doesn't have a whole lot of people to turn to. So she hears about this idea called the 5-Star Weekend, where she gets her 4 best friends from different stages of life. So her high school best friend, her best friend from her 20s, her best friend from when she was raising her kids, and then her current best friend, to all take a weekend vacation together because these are all people that know her best at every stage of life. And then that's kind of where I'm at now. So she's invited them all, and they are going to go to her house in Nantucket and kind of have a good time. So I'm sure there'll be drama and we'll see how that goes. I'm loving it. I'm not that far. I think I'm only like 45 pages in, but yeah, it's really enjoyable and I'm looking forward to finishing it. And the last one I actually already ended up reading. So it's The Spectacular by Fiona Davis. I don't think I've spoken too much about this yet on my channel, but I ended up ordering it when the books were released on like May 30th. And then I got home. I was in Florida for my husband's birthday, and I got back and there was a copy from the publisher on my doorstep, so that was super nice. But I was so excited about this that I ended up reading it before this vlog, or before I guess I like decided to. I just could not wait, and so I've already read that, but I will definitely talk about it a little later in this vlog, so we can know what I think of all of these. But that is what I picked for my book of the month for the month of June, and I am looking forward to sharing my thoughts with you on all of these. Hopefully this video will still be something people want to watch, even though these books now have been out for a month, but we will see. So once I have more to say about the 5-star weekend, I will get back to you. Okay, so it's only a couple of hours later. I didn't feel like getting the tripod set up and everything, so this is going to be a quick update, but the 5-star weekend has just had some of that like twisty gossip thrown in that Ellen Hilderbrand loves. So I am very excited to see where it goes. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to give away this as a spoiler, but there is a weird connection between two of the women attending the 5-star weekend. And when I say a weird connection, I mean romantically linked somehow, and ooh, it is juicy and I can't wait to see where it goes. Okay, that's probably my last update for tonight because I have an early sign-in at work tomorrow. I have to be at work at 5:55 a.m. and I'm going to Dallas and then to Sacramento, so I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done on the flights, and then hopefully once I'm in Sacramento, I will have more time to read and relax. So I will check back in tomorrow. Hello. Okay, so I haven't done a great job of updating anything in the past couple days. I was on a work trip that just ended up being like delays and delays, and it was just kind of busy, and I didn't get a ton of reading done. Definitely not as much as I wanted to, but that's totally fine. So I wanted to update on the 5-star weekend. I have that much left, so like I think a little over 100 pages. I'm hoping to finish it tonight and report back with my final thoughts, but currently I'm still really enjoying it. I do feel like it's hard to talk about because Ellen Hilderbrand's books are always like just dropping bombs like left and right with weird like crazy reveals about the characters, so I don't want to say too much in case you haven't read it and plan to, but it is quite on brand for her books. If you've enjoyed her previous books, you will like this one as well. I definitely don't like this one as much as the last couple. My favorite book by her is Golden Girl. I feel like it is way more, I don't know, there's just a little more to it than like surface level that I kind of feel like some of the other ones are. I really did like the Hotel Nantucket as well, but Golden Girl I think will always be my favorite. Again, she's written like 27 books and I've read I think 5, so maybe that'll change, but this is really good. I'm having a good time reading it for the most part. I am looking forward to getting to some more twists because there is some stuff that we as a reader know, but the characters in the book don't know each other's secrets. So I am very much looking forward to that. And it is a rainy evening. I had book club earlier today and went to Target, and now I'm just at home. Christopher is at work until like 10, so it is currently 6:51, so I am planning to do a little bit of video editing and then finish the 5-star weekend. Hello again. So it's now Monday morning. I wasn't able to finish the 5-star weekend last night because it just got to be too late. I literally went to bed at like 12:30 with like 35 pages left, but I I just couldn't do it. And then to like try to remember what I wanted to say and to be able to like film a vlog, I was just like, absolutely not. We are going to wait till the morning. So I just finished it. I liked it a lot. I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. It's definitely not as good as some of her other books, but it was still good. It was just a little more, like, I don't know. It wasn't as original, I think, as some of her others. They're just, you know, these women are on this trip and, like, drama ensues between all of them. It entertained me, for sure, but unfortunately, it just wasn't anything like novel that I haven't read before, so yeah, I mean, 4 stars. I would recommend it if you like that kind of book, but I just, you know, it wasn't something that I'm gonna, like, remember forever. But I enjoyed it overall. So the next book I'm going to pick up is The Whispers by Ashley Audrain. I actually have an audiobook copy from Penguin Random House. Thank you so much for the free copy. And so I'm probably going to read it physically a little bit and then listen to the audio a little bit. I'm finishing up my current audiobook probably today. It's called Dead 11.
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay. Siri's always in my business. So, yeah, Dead 11. It's so good. If you like Stephen King, it's not written like Stephen King, but the premise is like a Stephen King book. So anyways, definitely check that one out because I am loving it. I'm almost done. And then I'm going to start The Whispers, and I'm excited because I absolutely love The Push, one of my favorite thrillers ever that she wrote, and I just can't wait to get to it. I hope that this lives up to my expectations, which are quite high, I will say. I don't know. Either way, I'm excited to read it. Her books read... I act like she's written so many. Her first book read so fast, I just flew through it, so I feel like I'll probably get this done pretty quickly too. It's not super long. It's only just over 300 pages, so I should be able to knock it out pretty quick. And once... Oh my gosh. Siri will not stop listening to me talk. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to start reading this soon. It's about 11:20 right now. I have a bar class at 12:15, and then I'm just going to come back home and get started reading The Whispers. So I will check back in once I have a little bit to say about it. So I am now about a little over a quarter of the way through The Whispers, and I'm really liking it so far. It's definitely feeling kind of slow because there is quite a lot of setup going on, I think, to learn the relationships of all of the families and the women, the mothers in this book. So basically what's happened so far is we've been introduced to these 4 women. Whitney, who's kind of like the queen bee. She's a businesswoman of some kind. I can't remember exactly what she does. And she kind of has a tough time being a mother sometimes. It's just very not innate to her. And she has been aggressive with her children at points. And then there's Blair, who is a stay-at-home mom who is just pretty insecure, but she is like Whitney's best friend. She has a daughter. Then we have Rebecca, who is a doctor, and she does not have any children, although she wants them. And then there's Mara, who is like an 80-something-year-old woman who lives on their street, who is kind of, I don't want to say like an omniscient character, but like almost. She's kind of like outside of their story, and she's just like observing what she sees. And she is from Portugal, and I guess the neighborhood that they all live in used to be a very Portuguese heavy neighborhood, and you know, slowly these builders have taken over and developed new housing developments, and so she's kind of like the only one left from when it was very much a Portuguese area. And so basically, Whitney's son fell out a window and it ends up in the ER. He is in a medically induced coma, and, it's touch and go, not really sure if he's going to wake up. And Rebecca is the doctor, and she has a lot of questions because the summer previously, all of these families were hanging out at a neighborhood party, and they all heard Whitney screaming and cursing at Xavier, who is the son, because he ate all the candy from the goodie bag. So something that was just not that serious, and she was going at him. So I personally am liking the way, I don't know. I feel like I've read several books that have a similar premise, something happens at a neighborhood party and someone died, but who did it or whatever. And it's not exactly like that, but I feel like it's maybe a little less original concept than The Push was, at least so far. Again, I'm that's not even halfway through. I am on page 90. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely interested in where it's going. I'm excited to see where we get to after this. And yeah, I will check back in later. Hello. So it is obviously not the same day. It is the next day. I just last night finished reading The Whispers by Ashley Audrain, and I liked it. It was definitely not what I was expecting. It definitely leaned more towards domestic drama than any sort of a thriller. I did like that at the end she left us on kind of a oh my gosh what happens next moment, just like she did in The Push. I definitely did not like it as much as The Push, but I liked, the ending with a bang. There was a lot of unnecessary graphic scenes, both of bodily functions and also of sex, which I don't think I'm a prude, I don't care, but sometimes I'm why is this here? This doesn't serve a purpose. And that's how I kind of felt with this one a lot of the time. It just felt gratuitous and meh. So overall, I gave it a 3.5. I rounded it up to 4 because I like the author and I know I'll still read her books, but it wasn't as good as I was expecting. Kind of a bummer, but that's okay. We're on to the next one. So I started last night The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer, and I only got about 90 pages in, but it is really cute so far. I am enjoying it's not what I expected. I guess I'll say that. I guess because of the way it is described with this woman who wants to adopt this boy. I don't even know if I really explained this premise. So it's about this woman. She's a kindergarten aide, and she really wants to adopt this boy that goes to her school. He's 7, so he's probably in 2nd grade. But his parents have both died. He's in a foster home, and he doesn't have any relatives who are willing to take him. But the main character, Lucy, she just doesn't make enough money or have a stable enough living situation to get approval to adopt him or to foster to adopt. At the same time, they both, Lucy and the kid Christopher, have really bonded over reading and their love of learning and their love of these books, the Clock Island series, which has hundreds of volumes, and it's just beloved by everybody. It's a children's book series, but it's a chapter book. So I mean, it's probably 8-ish years is the recommended. I don't know. But there hasn't been a new book released in a long time. And so finally, the author, who's kind of a recluse on an island, the actual Clock Island, says he's going to write one more book, but only one copy. And so he's going to host a contest for who will get that one singular copy of the last book. And you can't even enter the contest. You have to be invited into the contest. And where I left off last night, Lucy had gotten an invitation because she actually had had an interaction with him in the past when she was like a kid running away from home and she found her way to his island. So it's really cool. I definitely was thinking this would be more like, I don't want to say like childish, but maybe more juvenile the way it's written and stuff, but like it's really not. I feel like I'm reading an adult book, and I guess I sort of felt like it was going to be like the House in the Cerulean Sea vibes of like adoption and like a kid that I don't know. But I'm really enjoying it. It's written really well. It's funny. I love the interactions between Christopher and Lucy. I am so bad at children. Like, I do not know how to behave around children. I am just like, I freeze because I've just never have really had much experience around them. So reading their interactions is like almost educating me on like the fact that like you can just talk to a 7-year-old like they're a person. And like, obviously, I don't know. It's just crazy to me because I am just so awkward around kids. And especially like in the summertime on airplanes, they often have like unaccompanied minors, like going to visit family and stuff. And I always am just trying to like pass the buck to someone else to do like their briefings and like just make sure they know what's going on and all that because I'm just so weird and kids are just not my thing. So I feel like this is helping and I feel like I can use this to my advantage in the future in my job. So yeah, I'm really liking that. I am about to go blow dry my hair, and then my husband is working long day today. Like, he went in at 12 and he's not done till like 11 tonight. So I'm gonna go visit him. He works in a brewery. So I'm just gonna go and bring my book and my laptop, edit a video, and just kind of enjoy the afternoon. It's nice out today. It's been rainy in Philly for like days. So I'm very happy to see some sunshine, and it's not too hot. It's been pretty hot too. So I am going to go do all that, and I will check back in when I have more to say. So I just realized I've spent the majority of this reading vlog in my pajamas on my couch, but that's kind of how I like to live my life, so it's fine. I wanted to give an update on the wishing game. So I haven't gotten as far as I wanted to. I'm currently on page 165. I think this is just kind of going slow for me. It's good, but it's just kind of slow goings because, I don't know, I feel like it's sort of predictable. I could be proven wrong. Maybe I'm totally wrong about like what's gonna happen, but it seems kind of like, you know. But I'm enjoying it. It's a cute book. So the main character, Lucy, has gone to this island for this contest, and basically they say the one that's like the author of the books, Jack, he is like, okay, there's gonna be some like riddles you have to solve. There's gonna be like tasks, and if you win, you get 2 points, and if you get second place, you get 1 point, and whoever is the first one to get to 10 points will win the only copy of the new Clock Island book. And where I'm at, one person has already been eliminated for trying to cheat and like clearly wants to get the book only so he can then resell it to a publisher for like millions of dollars. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I am enjoying the atmosphere. It's definitely Willy Wonka vibes, but like with a hint of something else. I definitely am envisioning the main guy, Jack, who wrote the books, as like a Dumbledore type because he's just kind of like quirky and like a little like just off, but like very good-hearted, but just like kind of silly and goofy. Which I guess you could say that Dumbledore isn't, but I'm thinking like the way that he like speaks in some riddles or just says some, I don't know. That's just the vibe I'm getting. So I'm gonna keep reading and hopefully finish this tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow I need to get ready for work on Saturday because I have a 2-day trip and then a 4-day trip back to back. So I'll only be home for just a quick amount of time to sleep, basically. So I want to get as ready for the 4-day as possible. And Saturday, I actually have a layover back home in Sarasota, so I'm excited to see my family again. And I don't know how much reading I will get done while I'm there, but hopefully I can finish this book and wrap up this vlog tomorrow. Hello again, my final update for this video. So I just finished reading The Wishing Game, and I would say overall I would give this 4 stars. It did end basically how I thought it would. A little bit different, but I don't want to say any more for spoilers. I mean, I was content with the ending. I liked it, but I just felt like a little bit, certain parts were like just a little too like saccharine sweet for me, and I don't know. That's just not really something that I like in books too much. It just felt like a little bit super like cutesy, and I don't know, I'm a grumpy old woman, so I guess I just don't like all of that. But it was really cute, and I would definitely recommend this if you liked like The House in the Cerulean Sea. This would be another one to pick up because it's got like a similar vibe. I mean, obviously the plot is not the same, but it is got a similar vibe. So I am going to end this vlog here. I actually skipped Book of the Month for July. The picks came out yesterday, and none of them really spoke to me. I've already read a few of them, and the other ones just were not something I was interested in, so I skipped. So I will not be doing this type of video in July, but I might do one where I'm catching up on my Book of the Month books, because I do want to do that before the end of the year. I would like to be current on all the picks. So thank you so much for watching this crazy vlog. I'm still kind of feel like I'm getting used to how vlogging works and like cutting in some B-roll and everything. So thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel while I kind of get the hang of it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!